Hello, my loves. Johanna Burkhardt here, multidimensional channel, teacher, and healer. And I have a quick message from the guides, one that I was given recently. And I want to bring it through because they have been nudging me to hop on and just to share this brief message that they have and my experience with it, because so many people are at this crossroads right now and are feeling a lot of conflict in their energy. And so here's the message. Just decide. Whatever you are battling with, whatever's happening inside of you right now, whatever options, whatever crossroads you find yourself at, feel it in your body. What does that knowing tell you? Forget the noise. Forget the fears. Forget the shoulda, couldas. Forget the what ifs. Just tune into your body. What path, what decision feels aligned for you? What feels like, I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know this is what I'm supposed to be choosing. And then just decide. They're strongly saying, as they always do, you guys, this is nothing new for most of you. There is no right or wrong. One's going to open up an opportunity for either learning a lesson or quantum leaping. And maybe you actually need that lesson. Maybe your desire is on the 12th floor and you're chilling at the 6th floor. And in order to get to that 12th floor, there's a few lessons that need to be learned. So maybe you making the choice that you made that led to the decision that you thought was wrong was exactly what you needed. So just decide. Just decide. With all of you, with everything inside of you, just decide, this is what I'm doing. Because when you do that, the universe literally conspires all around you and begins to lay that timeline out in front of you. Because every thought that leads to an emotional charge, that leads to an action, because remember, when you attach to a thought, right, there you go. That's the emotional investment. And that emotional investment is what's going to invoke the action that creates the manifestation. So every thought you think, every feeling you ruminate in, every action you take, every decision you make aligns a pathway that now has to begin and unfold in front of you. And if you decide that halfway through that pathway that that's a decision that's no longer serving you, and you pivot and go to another path, that's okay too. But know that you will have to grieve all that now has to come to a close and be patient while there's some rearranging happening as the pieces now move to another timeline. You have infinite possibilities as the way your journey can play out. The destination always remains the same. The ending doesn't change, but the way it ends does, right? Remember I told you that Earth is a slow motion replay. So everything it's already taken place. It's just now going to slow motion replay out. And there's alternate ways of this to achieve this ending. And the same is for the collective, which I'll be talking about tomorrow on the energy update. But for you guys personally, individually, just decide. So recently, over the past few weeks, I have been in that void of space where I have been feeling I have so many different ways I could play out my journey. And it really is that way. I am aware of how many timelines have high probabilities and all I have to do is choose. But sometimes when we're given more than two options, our inner child gets overwhelmed and is like, oh my God, I can't decide. This is too much. And so we have to really narrow in and focus on what is it that we're trying to achieve here? What is my intention behind my decision? Is it to make me at peace? Is it to make me happy? Or is it to please somebody else or achieve success or to look good or to make all kinds of money that I don't even know what I would do with? Right? It's getting clear on the intention and really feeling that in your body and then deciding. So I had all these multiple ways out in front of me that my life could play out, right? That my journey could play out because I'm at a crossroads, right? My frequency is going to the next level. My business is going to the next level. My direction is shifting a little. And I'm like, oh, and I had to make a decision. And I was grappling back and forth, even though I know better, right? This is what I do. I was observing the back and forth, and I was observing how much it was draining me. And my guides came in and reminded me and said, you just need to decide, honey. That's it. Just decide. Forget about what you think you're supposed to do. Forget about what everyone else is going to think when you pivot. And decide what feels good to you. And I did. I said, you know what? I'm done. This is the decision I'm making. And I swear to you, I felt like the whole entire universe wrapped around me and all the puzzle pieces that have been scattered in my energy that I've been feeling all of a sudden started getting closer together. And I could literally feel the decision I made, watching that effect happen, right? Every decision we make lays out another pathway, another timeline. So when we are deciding and letting go of things, we start collapsing, right? So every action you have, every action you make, every decision you make has an effect that it has to play out to some level. And so I've been observing this and watching how when I do this or I say this or I feel this, what happens next? It's actually quite amazing to be in that kind of observational point. But I literally saw all the pieces starting to come together. And I was like, oh my God, this is what it's been the whole time. But because I was trying to be someone I wasn't, or that I thought I was supposed to be, to make everybody else happy, or to not look like I'm wishy-washy, or not that I don't know what I want. You know, I was putting too much energy outside of me. And I said, I don't care what anybody else thinks. As long as I am happy with what I'm doing, I can serve at a greater capacity. And I just decided. And this time when I decided I wasn't going to tell everybody. I was just going to keep it to myself. While I have to tell some things because I have pivots coming. But the overall vision, there's only one other person that knows about it. Because it's got to come together. And instead of doing what I've always done, which is chase my higher self and go to the next thing, I've pulled back and said, I'm actually super excited about this journey. I'm more excited about the journey to get to where I think this is going to take me than to actually getting to that space. And that's when you know that the decision that you are making is the right one for you. Hi, Lynette. So that's the message that the guides wanted me to pop on and give. It's a short message. So whatever you're grappling with, whatever crossroads you're at, whatever decisions lay in front of you, forget about everybody else. Focus on you first. Because if you are the creator of your reality, then you can literally have anything that you want. But you have to be willing to give that to yourself. You have to be willing to choose you, to choose yourself. So I'll be back tomorrow with the energy update. That's already pre-scheduled. I'll put the video up tomorrow morning for you guys to know exactly where it is. And I want to wish each and every one of you, and some of you in other countries that follow me, I know you've already had your New Year's Eve, but I want to tell you guys Happy New Year. And that I think you're all beautiful and amazing. And I'm so happy that you're here with me. So wherever you are in the country, I love you. And may your evening or day or morning, whatever you're experiencing, be wonderful. Bye for now.